Selling the Earth. After someone had sold their virginity on the internet and made £100,000, another entrepreneur would decide that they'd try to put planet Earth itself up for sale. His website describes the Earth as authentic and used. He says it's to go under the hammer at Yahoo Auction Japan, and adds that the Earth has been gifted to its seller by God, who appeared to him in a dream. Whereupon, what with a recession and times being hard, the owners apparently opted to sell, and, as of writing, the bidding stands at 216,000 yen, or $2,700. At first, there was quite a flurry of interest, but then it slowed down a bit, which was perhaps due to the seller having stipulated that each bid must be accompanied by a message expressing the bidder's serious intentions of purchasing the planet. Otherwise, he'd judge their bid to be frivolous, and, on receiving too many prank bids, he'd close the auction and begin all over again, with an initial bid, as before, of 69 yen. The Earth is illustrated on this Japanese auction site with the usual photo of Earth from space, except for the fact that its geographical outlines can be seen clearly to be Asia-centric. This is something that proves troubling to a US bidder. He wishes to be reassured that the item on offer is the more familiar US-dominant Earth, with America, as usual, shown in pole position. The seller insists that it is, but then has to admit that in depicting his product, namely the Earth, he's regretfully been unable to include the US of A, and its likeness has been copyrighted by Disney. Someone chancing on this bizarre auction site might wonder if a fire sale was taking place, due to the Earth's having been ruined by its inhabitants, one of whom is still clearly driven by profit. When the auction is over, prospective bidders are informed there's to be a no-return policy, so there's no discount for war damage or depleted resources. Successful bidders are to rest content with what they get. It's also anticipated that Wall Street moguls may threaten the purchaser with lawsuits on the grounds that Wall Street is the Earth's real owner, so it can't be sold, but the claims viewed with contempt. There's a query from a bidder who's keen to discover, if I buy the Earth, will I become a god? The seller thanks them for their inquiry, but regrets that no such after-sales service is provided. Everyone's heard of everything costing the Earth, but without any idea what the Earth might cost. Fiscal pundits have judged its approximate value to be $1,000 trillion and counting. But they don't take into account that the Earth itself has no need to be measured or littered with money. A shimmering pearl without price, spinning through time, and the auction site vanishes into the dust of cyberspace.